Hello and welcome everyone to another stream here on Goryos MTG. Today we are playing Eldrazi Tron, and last week we played with some chalices. I cut some chalices down. I'm only playing 2 chalices and 1 warping well instead. So for the rest we are playing 3 dismembers, 2 Alice Dust, 3 Thognotzir, 3 Flesh Raker, and the rest of the core. And in the sideboard I don't have a chalice today. I have Thundering Titan, Vexing Babel, Torpor Orb, Forge, Battleship. Yeah, with this similar deck I won last weekend my local tournament with facing in the finals against Omnath, and I can promise you Thundering Titan did a lot of work there. So let's just join and see what happens. Okay, we found our first opponent, and this is a hand that I'm willing to keep. This hand has this little combo, and this little combo means that you probably are hitting Tron on turn 3, and that's something we like. In worst case scenario, we can make Temple on turn 2, Temple for Raker Devourer. Okay, I'm going to say no to this to max out my chances on Tron. Hedge Mace, so this is probably the... Okay, this is Neo form. Okay, I have Warping Whale, which is pretty decent. Let's see if I don't get comboed this turn. Forest, and they cast the draw spell. Planar Genesis. Look at the top 4 cards. You can put one of them in your hand, and if it's a land, you can put it on the battlefield. Yeah. It's like an impulse that can ramp you. And they Neoform for 2 mana. Okay. So if my opponent has Consign or Factor Negation, I'm cooked. But if not, I have a game. Okay, they have Consign. Yeah. That this deck plays 4 Consign to memory in the main deck is so hard. Okay, Neobrand, draw. Okay, I'm dead. Yeah, sure. So here we put into play everything that could do something against them, which is probably all this. And you want to keep 1 card in the sideboard to beat them. I expect that Cage is the best one. Mindstone, Karn, Thognotzir, Alice Dust, Sire, Earthbreaker can kill them. Chalice is weak, Devourer. I take Wastes, Outwaste, and I get Flesh Raker as the weakest card. Okay, gonna board like this. New form. Yeah. I'm gonna keep this. This can make a turn to Thognotzir. But yeah, they're having 4 Consign to memory in the main deck is not nice. Devourer and Vision Map. Stonebrain. Casting Stonebrain does not let make that we don't get killed, sadly. They still have Hooting Mandrills, Surveil, and Breeding Pool to the graveyard, so they don't need more lands. What is this? 1 blue mana. Into the Flood Maw, sure. I don't think they have... Allosaurus Rider, I guess. New form. I'm gonna screenshot my opponent's deck. I think it's relevant in this case. For future Stonebrains. And attack for 1. They have 1 Hooting Mandrills in the deck, and not much else. Summoner's Pact, Nature's Claim, Pact of Negation, for Consign, Traxa to the graveyard. So they don't have Traxa anymore. Veil, target creature, get control. It fights up to 1 target creature. I pay 3 life. Oh, this can enter untapped. Another dismember. Maybe I should side out the dismembers. Okay, this puts pressure in Neoform. Planar Genesis. We'll be able to dismember this Neobrand for sure. Summoner's Pact, Hooting Mandrills. They drew Hooting Mandrills into Neoform. Okay, they will have to pay the pact. Dismember. Dismember coming in handy. +2/+2. Okay, they could have casted this card, right, on it. I think Dismember was good this game, but it's probably not the card we want. Devourer, Tron. Okay, I can find some hate card with this. Yeah, your matchup is always like, well, depends on what they have. They have a 7-man hand. Island, go, Karn. I guess Karn. Map. They don't have Consign. They don't care about my map. 1 lander. Okay, this has to be the classic hand of, if I draw 1 more land, I win. You're doing math. 2. Okay, Rider. Doesn't seem like they have. Okay. So make it mine. Probably have consign here, but I guess I have to cast Shepherd. The Devourer. I will have a 6/6 attacking, which is nice. So at least one of my things is going to resolve. Yeah, sure. And then next turn, I can double spell. Hello, Cabos Lord. I have to dodge the land for one more turn. Someone is packed. Okay, what means this? Realize. Oh, they can pack for Disciple of Realize. Okay, that's smart. Maybe I should have played Freshraker. They still have to be able to win next turn. They have a pack trigger on the stack. 10 life. How do they beat this? Oh, Trinisphere, sure. Trinisphere wins the game. Can I play Dognuts here and Karn? No. Okay, so I will play Karn. Have you seen the new mono blue outpost list? Yeah, I saw some of them. They only have one consign. Okay, they will have to draw into another consign. In 7 cards, find one of the last consigns. I'm not going to attack for sure. Okay, opponent, you draw 7 cards. And you have double pack trigger on the stack. This card. Did my opponent find the 3rd consign? Yeah. Never lucky. Not that easy finding the 3rd consign in 7 cards. They can attack. They can attack back. 3, 4. If they attack, Boseiju not attacking. They're attacking. Okay. We go to 11. That I have 10, so I have lethal. I think with Fleshraker, I would have not have attacked. Discard some lands. Attack. Go to 1. Fleshraker. And I guess Alice does this better. I cannot make mana. Bound, shoot you for 1. Pang! Oof, that was close. My opponent had a lot of lag at the end, not at the start, but okay. We beat Neoform, which always warms my head. Yeah, I'm probably playing next week the Chalice Cloudpost decks. I'm not a huge fan of playing Ancient Tomb in that deck, but I just... Okay, we have a nice hand that can make Tron. On turn 4, we are on the draw. This hand is very weak on that part, but I guess if we draw Tron land, we have Tron on turn 3. If not, we can just play slow and play Fleshraker into Thoughtnuts here. So I'm going to keep this. Keepers. Opponent keeps their 6-card hand, and nothing comes. Oh, we hit Tron. Gargamel, thanks for the follow. Why no alerts? I'm gonna try something.
Hey, listen!
Huh? Okay, I don't know. Oh, Alice Dust is a great card. My opponent discards Atraxa. Oh, so this is Goryos, and so we are getting Goryos. Yeah. My opponent discards Goryo. Okay. Solitude. There are reasons. Quantum Riddler. I don't get anything. Don't understand. Okay, why they did not? Maybe they wanted to play Goryos and discard it with Frog as a mistake. Otherwise, I got a Modern NC at the end of October. Probably will prepare for it after PT results at the end of September. Eldrazi Tron, Broodscale, Eldrazi, Mono Blue Butcher, Goryos are under consideration. What do you recommend for me who's not familiar with Modern and prepare for it with 1 month? I think the Red Green Eldrazi and the Goryos deck are not very... So, Red Green Eldrazi is not very good. Goryos is a bit hard to pilot, probably. Like, not hard to pilot, has too many randomness on it. Like, your good hands are very good and your bad hands are very bad. It's a bit of a luck deck. Belcher, if you get to master it, is a good deck. And Broodscale, I think it's on a low, so the better deck is probably Eldrazi Tron. Okay, here. Okay, the Warrior of Destiny is even better than Alice Dust, so I'm just gonna cast the Devourer on top of Belcher. Belcher, the thing is, like I said, that if you put the reps in, it is a good deck. So now we get Goryos. I don't know the reason why I didn't get Goryos last game. Turn. My opponent gets out of cards, so double Quantum Riddler. They don't have Ephemerate yet. I think it's very greedy to discard your hand to Frog with a Tron coming in. Very easy that the Tron nukes you. So Tron, Broodscale, Goryos, RG, Eldrazi. Yeah, probably. I'm not going to 4 seasons this weekend. I have a lot of tournaments coming up, so I needed to save some money. Maybe next time. If people subscribe to to this. Also, speaking about Eldrazi Tron, I'm finishing a guide on Eldrazi Tron for my Metafy. Will be there maybe at the start of next week. It's half written. Ephemerate goes to the graveyard. So they took Prismatic Ending, Backstreet, Atraxa, and Foss. So no creatures. So this 4 cards. Yeah. I block, I don't block. Atraxa gets exiled. Oof. This seems good. Flashraker. So Tron is one of my first decks I will play at the RC right now. I think the deck is very strong. Okay, 3, 4. Thognuts here. This is 6 damage incoming. Subtlety. I guess this is okay. This goes on top. Is it better to draw this than draw a random card? I guess yes. I play map. Give it some other damage. We have these 3 cards. I could shuffle with the tokens if I wanted. Kitramos. Okay. This is something I can't attack or block. Only 3 cards. Sure. I'm going to cast Thognuts here first to see. This is lethal. So 4, 0 cards exiled. They will have 5. If they have Solitude. Sure. Solitude on my Flashraker, I guess. Or maybe on Devourer. This is a lot of damage anyway. 5 exile cards, 6 exile cards, 7 exile cards. Okay. Well, they will have been able to block. 5, 6, 7 from your hand. My opponent did not take into account it. It doesn't matter because I had Alice Dust, but still. Torpor Orb comes in. The Stonebrain comes in. Loot comes in. Vexing Bubble comes in. Those cards doesn't do much. Cyrus, weak. Chalice is also not the greatest card. Warping Well is also not so strong. And I can cut 1 Dismember. Maybe Dismember is good enough. Not so. Okay, that's it. Okay, we have Cage Dismember. This hand is not amazing, but I will put a lot of pressure on my Devourer of Destiny trigger. Mine Power Plant, so I get Power Plant. I'm not playing Cage on turn 1 because they probably have a Consign to Memory and I want to take out the Frog. That's what they have. Maybe I have to keep the Dismember. Black, blue, yeah, Frog. Are you going to sacrifice all your hand to the Frog? To sacrifice 4 cards. They are playing the Frog game. That's fine. So I will have to come back from the Frog game, but we have another Frog. That's crazy. Near to Tron. Cage. Riddler, draw 2. This can be 7. 5, draw another card. Axa goes. Okay, they draw 2. At 9. And they are next turn. Lands. Okay, they should have probably not played a land here. 7, 8, 9. So okay, they warp this. They should have kept this Consigned to Memory. Now if I draw Tron. Okay, this is not Tron. And 7, 8. Yeah, still die to it. If I would have drawn Cosilex Command, it was also good. I think it's very risky that my opponent dismembers there for them, but yeah, whatever. No lands. We have the border, but the play you cannot keep this. This hand is good enough. Almost anything you draw is good. So with this plan, it's better if we draw Tron land and worse if we draw Thognuts here because we cannot TKs on turn 2. But usually it's not that relevant. We're still okay. Pair of Bones. I don't know if I'm cracking map here. I have a land drop ready, so probably not so much needed. Another non-Tron then. Here we're representing Cothile's Command. Okay, that's fine for me. Rock with 4 cards. Okay, now 4 cards. Now they can't discard again his whole hand. Okay. Atraxa. Consider Command. Is that good draw? Torpor Orb is not bad at all. Going to play against Labyrinth here. If they get Goryos running with Torpor Orb, they will not trigger. This also doesn't trigger Solitudes or Subtleties. Mindstone. Going to crack this. Forces Mine. And still representing Cosilex Command, Surveil, Consign to Memory to Graveyard. I'm very shocked. So they have to have another consign and maybe Foss of negation there. The only reason you would do that. Mending, sure. And we have Tron, but mine. It's very bad. The opponent could cast another mending. So we have to beat at least one consign. Mending again. Gain some life. Solitude and Goryos. Yeah, Goryos is still a 7 damage spell. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. You can hard cast Atraxa. So I'm representing my Cothilex command. What is this? Goryos on Atraxa. Sure. Block. I'm fine with that. Exile Atraxa. Now they cannot consign the trigger. You can consign my Ugin. That's going to happen. Yeah. Now they only have one card left. So we knew they had a consign. This gets exiled. They have Ephemerate. Okay. So they have a... I have a returns versus the... Okay. They have no hands. We knew we had to beat the consign. And let's see what they draw. They don't have mending in the graveyard. So top deck mode. Flute. Sure. So it's game 3, right? Yeah, we lost against the crazy frog. Mending. Okay, we got flooded quite hard. We drew as only business spell the Ugin. Now most other Goryos my opponent draws are live. We're gonna cast flute here. Okay. I died too. Okay. Just super flooded. I drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 lands. Okay, that was not going to stop any time soon. Loading is an issue. Sheffield deck wins. Round 3. Labyrinth of Temple is good. Labyrinth of Temple is good. Yeah, that's on the soft side of the hands, but we have a Dismember, we have a Cosmic Command. Labyrinth will be probably our best draw. Yeah, I think I'm going to get Tower, but it's just as insurance for what can happen. The LPS. So this is Reanimator, Psychic Frog. They're gonna do our plan again. This is a so bad play, but whatever. Okay, we have next turn a Thognuts here. Or a Consider Command for 3. Toxis, yeah. I have 3 big cards, 2 small ones. So you have to take one of the small ones. Depending on how your hand is, I will take one or another. I cannot play Mindstone here, so let's here it is. You probably have something like double Oculus. Maybe they're playing a control deck. My bet was on Grixis Reanimator, but okay. Probably the card on top is... If I had to bet, it's Faithless Looting. Probably Faithless Looting. Nothing? Okay. Go to 10. Nothing. Mindstone. Pass. Now we can stop our Reanimation spell. And also an Oculus at the grave. Tapped, I guess. Here we just play a land and not cast anything. Yeah, still not casting the map. I want to be able to exile an Oculus if that's the play my opponent makes. If not, I just Cosilex command me for everything. Bloodstained Mire. 5 mana. What's this? Oculus? Oculus, sure. Okay, exactly like I said, that's what happened. Friends goes to 1. Sure. My opponent could still win, but they choose not to. Chalice of the Void comes out. Warping Well is good. Cyrus weak. Cage, Loot, Stonebrain. Archon is weak. Dire is weak here. Okay, they have Magus of the Sea, so okay, I guess like so. Okay, we have Tron into Karn, which is always a keep. Theater. They probably have a Persist here. On turn 2, they're trying to spike an Archon. You have to be aware of the Magus of the Sea. They're a bit far away from it. They need to get like double blue and the swamp. Frogberto? Always Frogberto. Devourer can be good against Frog. Probably the best play. They could, in theory, play Magus here. And they search for ways. Archon gets exiled. And for 2. Don't get much why this deck that has Persist in it does not play Quantum Riddler while you can persist it, and the Goryos that you cannot does play it. I guess I'm playing Fleshraker first. Just make them have to fly. They consign this. Sure. Covenant's here. You have another consign. Jace Reweakened. You may exile a non-land card from mana value 3 or less from your hand. It becomes plotted. I should have discarded the Jace because I was getting it anyway. People never discard. This is very hard to not be used, but if I'm going to exile your only spell, you should discard it to Frog. It's like when people doesn't shoot cards with Bombardment when they will die. They fly with 1 Frog? Okay, they block here. They draw 1 card anyway. Yeah, okay, you draw 2. Let's see. They're going to draw 1 card anyway. Looting. Okay, looting is good because they already have cards in graveyard and this is 2 less cards in hand. 1 less card in hand. Oculus. Unearth Oculus. I can get Bridge. So I have the option to Bridge or I have the option to Devourer. I'm going to cast Karn. Here I get Bridge and I'm gonna put Devourer under Bridge and cast Bridge. This dots Spell Pierce. Now they can Spell Pierce Cage, but I don't care. So they could attack into my Karn with Frog and discard both cards, which is probably the play they have to make. Foxies, okay. Now they are not gonna kill my Karn, and from there on I'm going to probably win the game, depending what they draw. This Foxies is, they should just attack Karn, flying, yeah sure. Draw 1 card. Attack Karn, yes. You're never going to attack Karn again. 2, 1. Okay, if I draw a spell, I got. So my plan is to play the Devourer now, but depends a bit on things. Is plus on Mind Stone. Return this. Oh, they cannot manifest. And what happened to both cards? They both went to the graveyard. Okay, so Oculus goes. So with the cage, they cannot manifest creatures on the battlefield. I remember that happened one time. And then they need to draw something to get rid of Karn, but dog score, draw 1 card, looting, sure. Okay, my opponent concedes. On my Metafy profile, you will find all my competitive Magic the Gathering content. You will get deck and sideboard guides, articles with ideas and analysis, and even the decks I will be playing in my next big tournament. I offer one-to-one coaching sessions to help take your game to the next level. Following is completely free, so hit the subscribe button and keep up with everything I post on metafy.gg. Waiting here for round 4. Okay, we're playing against Rack 1 and I don't have turn 1 Chalice. I think this hand is pretty weak. If I had a 7 drop, it would be nice, but I think I can get better. Also, this member is not sure to be a good card. Here I'm gonna dump Flesh Raker. This is the weakest card usually in your starting hand. It's a great engine card, but not like you draw it, it's fine, not amazing. You need to get a second land with the Devourer. I put Flesh Raker down, reveal Devourer. Try to snap another Tron hand. Okay. I don't want any of those. Map, go. Here with open decklist, I could be playing against Affinity and cast Chalice. Okay, this is Blink, probably. Land, please. If I draw land, I will have Tron soon, but Battery Grave and Frog. So there's the mono Frog day or what? Battle Push, Allowed Fountain, Solitude, and Prismatic End. This can still be Goryos. There's probably something. Yeah, there's probably Goryos. It's Esper Reanimator, okay. Quantum Riddler, draw 2. Devourer failed us. We didn't hit a land on the second land on the top 12 cards of our deck. Now, number 9. Okay, yeah. Turn 4 kill. Okay, board the same like earlier. And Chalice. And I play Solitude, so Flesh Raker is weaker. This hand is pretty fast. I will wish to draw Karn. Okay, Karn it is. And I'm going to put Ugin under this. Flesh Raker. No pause, so they don't have consign. So we're Rock incoming. 4, 5. If I play this will be for 3 tokens. 3 tokens and the one from Karn. Okay, yeah. Tokens and exile. So they need to have Force of Negation here. But whatever. They have it, they have it. They're probably discarding 1 card to reanimate it. What's going to happen? So Here I can play Karn, get Crypt, attack for 2. Now we are Archon proof. Riddler, okay. Yeah, that was a nice turn. 5, 6, 7. Okay, now I can. Okay, my opponent conceded. Maybe they missed. Yeah, Threadraker sometimes it's very good. On the draw, I'm gonna cut this for Threadraker. Torpor Orb. Maybe Torpor Orb is nice. Like it counters Archon and Quantum Riddler, I guess. We have Tron, we have Thognot Seer, we have Cutler Command. Okay. Here, there is a chance I play a turn 2 Temple to be able to co-select for some Reanimator spell. Maybe not. I'm not sure yet. Antiquo's Archive, and my opponent has a Riddler. They can persist the Riddler, not like the strongest play. Okay, so I guess here it's better to have Tron. Veil. If they persist my now an Archon, I could Alice Dusted. Godless Shrine, tapped. Versus mine. I'm not going to play Fleshraker now. I want to get. Okay, sure. Go. Riddler, sure. They draw 1. They can ephemerate this. This is okay. Riddler being a 4/6 instead of a 4/5 that you can't dismember is. Okay, I'm going to pass here. I have lethal with all my commands. Ephemerate. Can kill him? Not yet. They just want to draw more and more and more cards. There's only one redraw. It's fine. It's probably the Persist deck should play more in this line instead of in the. My opponent has 10 million cards. Now what they do? Fetch. Sure. Bitter Triumph. Discarded Archon. You need to have Persist and command tokens and 1, 2, 3. Now they can consign. Okay, they don't consign. I'm going to command X's 1. I think I prefer to have my commands like getting more value. I could do it, but they can persist then the other Quantum Riddler, so it will be in a similarly bad spot. They don't have consign in hand. It's something to be aware. I can play Karn, I can play Alice Dust, I can play both. Alice Dust is the same as could select command on Exile and this. They can have another Ephemerate. Okay, this goes to the bottom, this goes to the bottom. This stays on top, this stays on top. Karn, I don't know. Whatever I take, I think I'm going to win. I think this game is over, at least. So I have a lot of mana. Still could lose against some random cards, but I have colorless mana, do it to spawn, so Magus of the Sea is not going to work. I have another Cutlass command into another Karn. I can flute something. I can command an Oculus if that's what they have. Depending what happens, I might play flute into Sundering Titan next turn. Mending, sure. Command script stops that. I'm going to Frog or Consign. I'm going to try to name Consign, and I think Sundering is just a good game here. Lanes, blue. I'll take all black, all blue. I think I'm going to take all black. Pass. Now they can make Frog fly. Now they can't anymore. I have double Cosile command. They might discard all 3 cards to give it flying. And yeah, that was. Having Tron and a lot of Cosile's command is very hard. 3-1 going into the last round. They're playing against Keiyesu. This is one of the best decks in Modern. Yes, I think yes. Okay, we have Cosile command for 2 on turn 2. So this hand is nice. Scalding Town. Ragavan, do you see? Moxamber, okay. 8 Ancient Tombs and Mistrush Workshop. Okay, they have Repeal, Moxamber. Okay, this is probably Izzet Cutter, do it to the Mountain. Izzet Cutter with artifacts, I mean. Ogin's Labyrinth. So I'm going to play now Ogin's Labyrinth because I drew another one and I could draw a CMC 7 card. So maybe I'm just cycling Cosilex commands this turn Turn 1 Ember is strong, but no, Saga is maybe strong. My opponent choose to not cast Bubble. Okay, now they cast tokens and draw. Second seems weird. Also, we can high roll a 7 mana spell and cast Karn. Drawing Chalice is also nice. I think this it's medium. Flame of Aino. We're not bad. Our command can snatch. Or give us cards and exile. Hori, sure. Exile target creature and I scry. No. Exile target card and scry. Exile this and Flame of Anor. Okay. Ugin. We will have hit a big card. I'm gonna still keep Ugin on top. Saga. Here I can cast this with this and okay. Yeah. I'm going to cast Karn. You could get rebuked here. No. Bridge is a strong card. Also, it is Bridge. Okay. Now the Mox is down. They cannot equip. We have some outs to Bridge, but not that many. Token incoming, sure. And they can needle my card. Soulguide Lantern. Okay. Soulguide Lantern doesn't do anything. They don't have Pithing Needle in the main deck. Or Might. Land. Bubble, sure. They need another spell. Mox. Okay. We attack both Karn. I'm going to exile target creature and draw 1 card. Draw 1, exile. Karn goes down. Embry doesn't do much. Another temple. Here I play Bridge. I'm not gonna destroy any artifact my opponents control because they will be able to replay it with Embry. So I'm just gonna plus. I could plus here, but yeah, they just replay it, and that's spells they cast. So Embry attacking for 1 is not that troublesome. They can have Flame of Anor. That's the card I'm fearing now, but Spellbomb. Oh, they do have Breathing Pool. What's this? They have a lot of mana. They don't need it to fetch for Flame of Anor. Otawara. Oh, this is an Otawara. Oh, they have Flame of Anor. I have to dismember. They will be able to attack with this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Karn. Okay, now this game is going downhill. Okay, if they had another Flame of Anor, that was bad. Opal. Okay, they're triggering Cutter just for the sake. Lantern, draw 1 card. Why did we dismember Embry? Because if we don't dismember Embry, they will be able to replay their artifacts for too many cards. Like this would also mean that this will make mana. Maybe you could have shrunk the construct. I think that doesn't work because the Choristeel Cutter will trigger for sure if I don't dismember Embry. So at the end it will be the same, but they have an Embry. But the Flame was targeting Bridge, yes, but they will have mana to cast another spell after drawing 2. So they draw 2 cards, they have mana from Mox Amber. So I'm pretty sure I die there. So my card dies. There is no way that you make the card survive. Even if it survives at maybe 1 counter, you will lose. I guess we should have done it before the turn so that you don't draw 2. It doesn't matter much because we can kill, for example, Tamiyu there, which is a problematic card against. And if they have Flame of Anor, I'm probably losing anyway. So Warping Whale exiles things. Swamp. Swamp is pretty medium. They play Blood Moon and Magos of the Island, so the Swamp is not something I want. Karn, Thognot Seer is fine. Cyrus, okay. I made Light Forge here. Also, the problem there is that Embry doesn't do anything. They don't have Flame of Anor, and if they have Flame of Anor, Embry does everything, so it does. Isn't this close? We have Chalice on the play, which is strong. I'm missing 1 land, but you can get back to it with Chalice on the play. Is a pleasure against this kind of decks. Flame of Anor. Flame of Anor is sometimes a card that does nothing, but it's just 2 mana divination, and others is like, wow, I can never lose. I'm here probably just getting another Tron land, and maybe playing Forge as bait. Forge as bait is a lot of bait. Cutter, sure. They can cast a spell, get countered, sure. I'm gonna dismember this. Probably need to do it anyway soon, so maybe I get waste. I don't care. Power plant. Karn can get killed. I'm playing Forge. No, I can't get Forge with Karn. Probably not doing it, but okay. Cutter. Tummy, yeah, sure. That's a lot of damage. Crack map. That's tower. Karn. It's better to get Silic or Battleship. Battleship seems sexy. I think Silic is a bit better. I can still have a big card in Ugin. Closing on the steel cutter doesn't do much. Harbinger, sure. They attack with both into Karn, sure. Temple, Silex, Magus there. That's a bit. This destroys this. I get draw card. Sadly, my Chalice goes away. Go to 10. This matchup is always pretty bad. They trigger cutter again. Okay, I draw one card. Okay, another card, which is not great now, but might be. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. They can cast one spell. Bridge. It did not crack the bubble, so this is 3, 5, 8 damage. To draw another spell, I'm dead. Okay, this is 8, 10. 10 exactly. It was like always, like if my opponent has Flame of Honor, it's better to have the Silex. If my opponent has the Magus, it's better to have Bridge. You never know what you draw. But okay, the deck was good. Warping Wheel keeps being a bit of a medium card. Chalice is also not great. Like I say, if you with open decklist, I think the card is better, but in an open meta game, the card is weaker. You can play a lot of other cards. I've been thinking of changing the Chalices for Relic of Progenitus. It's an old classic that does quite a lot, and it's pretty decent in the meta game full of graveyard decks. And then there's so much. Those cards are good. Also, against Boros Energy, it's a decent card. Against Tron, it does nothing. Against Belcher, it's a decent card. I think it's even better against Belcher, the Relic, than the Chalice, because they can whirl or they can bring the Lotus back with Tameshi, and Belcher stops the Tameshi loop. Also, Relic stops the Tameshi loop. Against Domainsu, Chalice, it gets Flage. Grixis Reanimator is obviously an amazing card. Against Amulet Titan, both cards are pretty weak. Like, one stops the loop and the other stops the packs, which both are like things you can be circumvented. Thank you for the 3 months of subscription. Esper midrange is okay, it's just both cards are bad. Gorgeous Vengeance, obviously Goryos is better. Affinity, Chalice is better. Ruby Storm, both are medium to, yeah, Relic can be good, but Chalice for 2 can be good, so both are medium. If the Prowess Chalice is better, Asuros is probably Relic better because you can cycle it. Neobrand, both are medium. Chalice is a bit better, but not by that much. Dimir Mortide, so probably Relic is equally good against Living. Probably trying Relics next time. Muchas gracias, código de dados. So probably next time I'm going to try Relic of Progenitus, old time classic. Today Sundering Titan did things, not too many. It's a card that when it's good, it's broken, and so it's like there are 2 flex spots right now in my sideboard with Torpor Orb and Sundering Titan, and probably Vexing Bubble, but I will not cut Vexing Bubble for now. And both of those are maybe getting changed for a Disruptor Flute in the future, but yeah, it's a bit of whatever you expect.